Hello everyone. From this session we will start about the data types in VB.NET. We have already studied many different programming languages like C, C++. So we are very much aware about the data types, right? But let's take a look that which type of data, what types of data types we can use in the VB.NET. So basically if we start with the data types, this term data types means what? So what happens, like when you work with the computers, and then in that case you need to give input to the system, right, on which it can process, and at the end you get output, right? So now when we talk about the input, so there are different ways to insert the data inside the system, like many input devices, like you have a keyboard, then you have a scanner, right? So then you have a mic. So many different types of input devices are available. So what type of data you are inserting, right? What type of data? If we talk about the keyboard, then on your keyboard you have number 0 to 9, then you have A to Z letters, then you have special characters, right? So what type of data you are giving to the system, that we call the data type. Data type. So more or less all the data types are same in each and every language, but some minor differences are there. Let's discuss about the data types we use in the VB.NET. So here we have the one image which shows which type of data types are there. So first we have integer data, boolean data, string, decimal, datetime, and the object data. I'm sure that you people are aware about this 5. This is something new, but still we will discuss all these data types. Okay, so here we have the first type, integer data type. In integer data type, integer means the number. Integer means number, and this number can be 0 to 9, right? This we call the integer type data. So for that integer type data, we have 4 subcategories or subtypes of integer data, like byte is there, then we have simple integer, then we have long, and then we have long. So the question is why we need different types of integer, right? The reason is the memory capacity. Let's say that this is your memory blocks. I'm just assuming that each block is of 1 byte. Okay, now the reason is, see, we have a memory locations, memory blocks, but in advance we need to tell to the system that how much blocks we need, right, or how much portion of the memory we are going to use. So when we say that we are going to tell the system in the advance amount of memory or the size of the memory, and that's why we need different types, and each type has a different range. Like if we talk about the byte, it can store only 1 byte data. Means if you have a less requirement, like suppose you want to store male and female, let's say gender male and female, so it can occupy only 1 byte, right? So for that you can take the byte, right? And this holds an unsigned value from 0 to 255. This is just an example. Like if your need is of a 1 byte only, in that case you can use byte. But suppose your need is of 2 bytes. 2 bytes means each character. Let's say I want to store 13. So 13 is a single number. 13 is a single number, but it cannot store in a 1 byte, and for that we need a 2 bytes, right? So it depends, like long takes 4 bytes data, and here we have range. Here we have range, like when we say byte, so 0 to 255 unsigned value we can store. In integer the range is -32 32768 to +32767. Similar way for long there is a more limit, right? It's a here you can store more bigger number, and long it's a huge capacity, right? So it has a huge capacity. So basically types especially in the integer depending on the locations or the capacity. So here we have a 1 byte occupancy, but here to store the single data we need 2 bytes. This is for the integer. For if you talk about the long, means if I have a longer number, right, a large number, in that case I need a 4 bytes. So this 4 bytes means to store a single number I required 4 blocks of memory. So this is about the integer data type. Next we have a boolean, string and decimal. It's very easy. When we talk about the boolean is basically to store the true or false value, right? You can store either 0 or 1. So when it's a case of a yes, no, or a true, false, or a 0, 1, you can use the boolean data type. The next is a string. String is nothing but the non-numeric data, or in other words we say that characters. But there is a one thing you need to know, that if I say, let's say hello, if it's in a double quote it's a string. When I say 123, so 123 is a number, 123, but if I put the double quotes in after that, it will become the string. So whatever it is there, here the meaning of non-numeric data means you cannot perform mathematical operation. So string type of data is always comes with the double quotes. It comes with the double quotes. If there is a single character, then we say single quote, like A. So there is a difference between the string data and the single character. So it is about the string. The next we have the decimal. Decimal is ultimately the numeric type data only, but it comes with the decimal point. Like when I say 123, this is an integer number, right? But if I say 12.3, this is my decimal number, right? So decimal data type we use to store the floating point number. This is about the decimal data type. Then we have date time. It's very easy. Whenever you want to store the date and time, you can simply use the date time. You can use date time data type. By default, the range is, or the value is this midnight, January 1 to 1 throughout the December. This is the default value or the range. So date time you can use to store the date and time. And the last one is the object data type. What does it mean? The object data type. The object data type means actually it's a special data type. It's a special data type that knows how to hold any of the other data type. When you write the program, when you will do the practical, and you will declare the different variables with the data type. At that time you can see that what is the difference between other data types and this object type data type. Object type data type is ultimately the type of data which can hold any of the other type data type. Like as an object, you can consider integer as an object, you can consider char as an object, you can consider double as an object. This will be more clear during the practical session when you will actually use it in your program. But normally it is not advisable to use the object data type because it takes a lot of memory and also it slows down the system. So it is always better to use the other data types. So it is all about the data types. So we have discussed so far in this session, we have discussed about the different data types, right? So how many total data types we have? Total 6 types of data type: integer data, boolean, string, decimal, datetime, and the object. In integer we store number data 0 to 9. In boolean we store true, false. In string we store double quotes data and anything inside the double quotes, mostly characters. Decimal means a number with the floating point. Date time means any date like 27/01/2021 and any time like 10 AM. And the object data type, mostly we don't use the object data. So this is all about the data types in the VB.NET. More we will discuss about the variables and constant in the next session.